Hello everyone. Tonight I want to talk to you about a man called Bryson DeChambeau. Now, Bryson DeChambeau is an American golfer, American professional golfer. He's won the last two tournaments on the PGA Tour, and they just so happen to be both FedEx Cup playoff events. The last one being the Dell Technologies Championship, which he won this last Monday, which was Labor Day in the States. He won it with a score of 16 under par, which was 2 in front of second place Justin Rose. This is very interesting because Bryson DeChambeau is a very interesting golfer. He is someone who tinkers a lot with his equipment, and he's known as being a bit of a golfing scientist. So I think it'd be very interesting to have a look what's in his bag. What did Bryson use to win the last two FedEx Cup playoff events? Let's have a look. Right, so let's have a look at the driver that he uses first. He has got a King Cobra F8 which is set at 8 degrees. And the current shaft that he's using is a TPT Golf 14 MKP LT prototype. That is a mouthful. Next up, Bryson uses a 3-wood and 5-wood combination, which is quite interesting. Firstly, his 3-wood is a King Cobra Limited Black, which is set at 14.5 degrees. The shaft is a Project X Hazardous 85 gram 6.5 flex, which is kind of extra stiff. The length is 43 inches and it's tipped at 2 inches. And for those of you that don't know what that means, he's had 2 inches cut off the tip, which make the shaft flex slightly stiffer. So even though it says 6.5, it's probably slightly stiffer than that. Next we go into the King Cobra F8 Plus Baffler, which is set at 17.5 degrees, so it's quite a strong 5-wood. Again, he's got the Project X Hazardous 85 gram 6.5 flex shaft. The length of this one is 41 inches, which is 2 inches shorter. This is interesting, we'll come on to this later. Again, it's tipped at 2 inches, so even though it's 6.5, it's slightly stiffer again. Now we come to the big talking point, which is Bryson DeChambeau's irons. Bryson uses the King Cobra 1-length utility in a 4 and 5, and the King Cobra 1-length irons from 6 to pitching wedge. The shafts in all of these is the True Temper Dynamic Gold X7, so again a very stiff shaft. In his wedges, he uses a King Cobra V grind 50 degrees, a Cobra wide low grind in the 55 and 60 degrees, and again the shafts are True Temper Dynamic Gold X7s. Now what makes these irons individualistic to Bryson is that they are all the same length, so even though he's got 2 hybrids and then 6 to wedge and he's got 3 wedges in his set, they're all the same length. They're also, I've been informed, 13 degrees upright, make of that what you will. And they've got the biggest grips that anyone uses on tour. They're like a double jumbo size. So this is all because of the way that Bryson swings it. He was heavily influenced by a book called The Golfing Machine, which is a book by Homer Kelly, if I'm not mistaken. And it really does go into the physics of golf, and Bryson's took a lot of this on board, and he employs this within his game. That's why he's got such an idiosyncratic set. Now the putter that Bryson DeChambeau uses is very individualistic to him once again. It's an SIK prototype tour putter, or a SIK putter. I don't know what they call it, if they're SIK or SIK. I mean, it's been pretty sick this weekend, like. It's a slightly longer putter. I think he has it kind of arm locked, a bit Matt Kuchar style. It's got a very long super stroke grip on it, and I think it's got a graphite shaft in it as well. So again, very interesting club that he uses. As a side note, he does also use the Bridgestone Tour BX golf ball, which is one similar to that one that Tiger Woods uses, and it seems as though Bryson, although he does a lot of tinkering and he's got his very individualistic ideas about how his equipment should be, it does appear as though it's working for him at this time. And I don't know if you agree with me, but I think he's a shoo-in for the Ryder Cup team now. I think both teams have got 4 wildcard picks. For the US, I'm probably going to go DeChambeau, Tiger, Mickelson, and I'm not sure on the 4th one who I'd go with. Comment below, who would you go? If you were the American captain Jim Furyk, who would you go for your 4th pick? That'd be interesting to hear. So there you go, that was a brief insight into the bag of Bryson DeChambeau, the 2-time FedEx Cup playoff tour winner this year. If you've liked this video, could you please like it? If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. Could you please share this video to your friends? They might be interested in what kind of tour players are using. And until next time, thank you very much. Cheers.